You so dumb that you thought a sidechain was a necklace that you wore when you wasn't with your other necklace. No. You so dumb. You thought a sidechain was that little chain that the little rock stars be wearing with the bikers and stuff connected to their wallet. No. This the one. You so dumb that you thought a sidechain was. Man, I don't know what the hell you thought a sidechain was, but you gonna learn today. What's up, family? This your boy Wavy, Wayne. Welcome back to the channel, man. If you offended by that intro, then go ahead, click off this video now, unsubscribe, and find your way out of here, okay? But if you ain't, and you a real G, you a real Wavy Seals, then we gonna learn and talk about sidechaining today and how we can use it all over our session, man. Particularly in a case where we have a bass or 808 or something like that, and a kick that's kind of fighting each other, and how we can really make them work a whole lot better together using sidechain compression. All right, yeah, man. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, I want to let y'all know that I be making templates for the sessions and I use them myself. All that heat that I be putting out comes from my own session templates, man. The Wayne.wav, and you go there and you see all these different templates. I promise you I use one of them on every single session that I record or mix. And you can too. All you got to do is go to the website and download it right now, okay? Or just do it after this video. But look, let's just take a listen to this verse section of the song that I'm working on, and we'll see how, and we'll get to the sidechaining part, but I just want y'all to listen to it so you can get some context first.
Precious angel, I know that this might sound a little corny, but did it hurt when you fell from the sky? And I've been waiting so long to tell you just how I've been feeling lately, yeah. I hope I'm not out of line, because
oh man, that's a cool tune. But real quick, make sure that y'all listening to this on some studio monitors or at least some headphones. Since we're gonna be talking about kick and bass, it's gonna be really hard to hear if you're just listening on your phone or laptop speakers or something like that. It's gonna be very hard to hear. All right. So let's just go over to my mix window for this, and really, since I really want us to focus on the kick and bass, I'm gonna go ahead and mute all the vocals, and then we just gonna focus on the kick and bass. And let's even get rid of the keys. We'll only listen to the drums and bass. Okay. So what I've done with sidechaining here is I've basically sidechained my kick drum to control the compressor that's compressing my bass track, okay? So ultimately, whenever that kick hits, it's gonna duck the level of the bass down so that the kick always takes that priority and we get that punchiness. Now, we're still gonna have that fat lushness of the bass throughout, but if that bass, because I want the bass to be driving too, so I really want the bass to be prominent and the kick to be prominent, and really one of the only ways for them to work together in this record I found was to sidechain into whenever that kick is hitting to duck the level of the bass. So it kind of just, and it works like that. It's how it works, okay? It's automatic, it's basically, okay? So when you're setting this up, what you want to do is insert a compressor, and I like to use this Dyne 3 regular stock compressor, the Dyne 3 compressor limiter that's stock with Pro Tools, and I have this inserted on my bass track. So whatever I want to control, I insert the compressor there. Now you see my kick. On my kick, how I'm doing this is I'm sending out from the kick via a bus, and I'm using full level. So once I created this send, I'm sending out via full level to a bus, right? So I start off, and matter of fact, let's just backtrack. I'm sorry, I want to take this very, very slow for y'all, okay? So I got the compressor on the bass drum track, okay? Now what I need to do is assign a key input. The key input basically will allow another source to control the compressor. Now typically the compressor is going to be controlled by whatever source that is in, whatever source that's already that's on the track that it's on, right? So like this bass, whenever the threshold, once it exceeds the threshold, then it'll duck down. But by using a key input, what that will do is whenever it's triggered from the other source, then that will cause the compressor to engage. Okay, so this is my key input here, and basically this is how we sidechain in Pro Tools via this compressor. So I'm gonna just assign a bus, any mono bus that you aren't using in your session can be used for this. I just chose bus 15 because I wasn't using it, man. All right, so yeah, I got the key input there. Now, one other thing you need to make sure that you do is activate this sidechain. Now, if you ever tried to do a sidechain and you forgot to activate the key input and you thought it was working but it really worked, leave a comment below. All right, go ahead and hit them comments up if you ever had that issue. But the sidechain, that key input, you need to turn that on. So two things you have to do. First, after you insert this compressor onto your bass track, then you have to choose a bus as the key input, and we'll talk more about that in a second. But choose the bus as the key input and then activate the sidechain, okay? Now, let's go ahead and close that for now. Now, on the on my kick drum track that I'm gonna be using to control the bass, all I did was go to one of the sends and choose an unused bus. Again, I picked bus 15, wherever the hell that is. I choose bus 15. I set that send level to unity gain, and I set it as a pre-fader send. So no matter what level the kick is at, it's not going to be affected. It's going to control that bass regardless. Okay, so that's all you have to do on the actual kick drum track itself. All right, so now let's just go back to the compressor. Okay, so now I have my compressor set there. Now my ratio is 3:1. That means basically that's how much attenuation I'm going to get whenever the kick drum hits, right? My bass is 3 dB over whatever threshold I set, and then we're gonna kick it down to just 1 dB over the threshold. So that's pretty much how that ratio works. Attack, I want soon as that kick to hit for it to really attack and clamp down on that bass immediately, so I have a pretty fast attack and I have a moderate release time. Okay, no makeup gain is really needed for this at this point. Yeah, and this is how that sounds. Let's just solo this real quick. So you can actually physically see. And my meters are off because I'm using this ozone light. If I make that inactive, and a few other things, just I'm getting so much latency coming from my master bus that you see my meters wrong. But right, you can even see, you see that little compression meter there, and you can see it inside of here too. Is whenever my kick drum hits, it's actually attenuating that bass by a good amount, by about 6 dB. Right, so without this in there, let's just hear how they sound together. All right, so that kick is just not really cutting through, especially once all the music is playing. It ain't really cutting through that bass like that. It just sounds so much bigger once I duck that bass down using the sidechain, and the difference is even more apparent once the music is playing. We can really hear how that kick drum cuts through the mix by sidechaining and ducking the bass and controlling it. So let's just start off by bypassing this compressor. I'll play it for a couple bars, and then I'll bring this sidechained compressor into the mix, and we can hear how that kick drum really cuts through. Let's bring our keys back, my bad. All right, so we just getting that much more oomph, that much more power out of that kick drum, and it really makes the world of a difference. Especially in a high energy mix where you want the kicks and your bass to all be slapping and be high energy, all right? Do you have any other uses for sidechaining in Pro Tools or any other DAW? Leave a comment below and share it with the whole world, baby. If you found this video helpful, make sure you thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and go to wavy.wav.com and cop you some of these templates, man, so that you don't got to spend all day getting the sound that you know you want, all right? If you ever need professional mixing services, go ahead, shoot me an email or just visit my website. Everything is on there, all right? Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to be dope.